Merry Christmas!
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. Bear with us. This is the first time with the new setup, so
Yeah.
as I stated earlier, if anyone was watching my test earlier today, we have a new setup.
Hi. Yeah. I'm super excited. This is great.
But first things first, as usual, I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie, and this is Nate.
And
And Cal is back there.
yes,
somewhere.
she's on the chairs.
Yeah. And hello, Connie on Instagram, who has already joined us.
So
Speaking of Instagram.
yeah. So, just a little background on some things before we get started today. So, we have been itching to change things up with Couple Chat. Some more professional lighting, as you can probably already tell, and then on top of that, more professional look with the camera and mics as well. We are wired, but we're sitting close by together, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. And again, bear with us. This is the first time we're doing it this way. This is honestly the first time where we're live with so many different things going on. So.
Yeah. This is actually a really big episode for us, which is funny because, we made the announcement early in December that we'd be doing Christmas Spectacular. This is technically Christmas Spectacular number 2.
Right.
But there's a lot going on in this spectacular episode. We are happy to announce that we have currently spread our wings to all platforms.
Yes.
As
many as we can do live.
Right.
And socially. Because we're not just live there. We're going to be posting content everywhere.
Yeah. But as I mentioned before, we are on Instagram as well. They're actually getting a behind-the-scenes look just because of the way our setup is. Instagram gets a little bit of a sneak peek into what we did before and maybe a little bit of what we get to do after. And we appreciate everyone who's watching on Instagram. But we also are on many other places. We're on Twitch, which is a gaming streaming platform that a lot of people use. We are on Facebook, which is where our original viewers are on. Thank you guys for being with us from the jump.
Thank you.
We're on TikTok, as he said. We're not streaming just because I haven't figured that part out yet.
If you can.
Yeah. But I am going to try and keep up on the TikTok. If you received any notifications or any invitations, yes, they are us. We are not hacked. And come and follow us, join us. We really are excited for what's to come.
Most importantly, and where we started this whole thing off, we are also live on YouTube.
Yes, we are live on YouTube. Oh, yeah. YouTube is actually our biggest platform. That's where all of our content is. So if you get a chance, go ahead and check out our YouTube. It is getting revamped and new stuff all the time. It's really exciting.
Yeah. So not only are we on all platforms, but we are also starting a Patreon. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it is a paid service, but we want to continue making content for you guys. And I mean, the real goal for this is to be our thing. Jackie and I have been in film and theater all our lives, and video production has been what we've started to really focus on. And with the pandemic, that's where this whole thing came about, where we really started Here Are the Hans. And, with things not really still back to normal, I think it's the perfect opportunity to start pushing this even further. So that's a big reason why we're starting Patreon. And for the people who are fans already, we encourage you to go over there, join. There's going to be new content, different content that you're going to see, behind the scenes, bloopers of all our videos. Mm-hmm. And we'll be able to talk to you directly. And some other things too. We might even do kind of like more intimate couple chats depending on, how we can work that out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Patreon is a way into our future, and we'd love for you guys to head over there and join. We're still putting it together, so if you do head over to patreon.com/HereAreTheHans, it's there, but there aren't any tiers yet, and I'm still working out the kinks. So Jackie and I will get to that as soon as we have the time. Definitely before Christmas.
Yes. What's great about Patreon is that it helps us bring you more content. So please, once it goes up and live and 100%, we will let you know. As long as you like, share, and subscribe our pages, we will announce it everywhere. That's why we got on every platform, because we wanted you, our fans, to be able to see what we're doing and how we're doing it and where we're doing it. Right. So please, please, please follow us on everything you can, or if you're just an Instagram person, follow us there and share us. We really, really appreciate the likes and the shares and the subscriptions. It really helps us know what we're doing right and know what we're doing wrong. And we really, really would appreciate all the feedback.
Doing this thing is a learning curve.
Yeah.
And, when we started back in March, when we came home with Nate and we were stuck here in quarantine, we tried to make the most of it. And, we were very lucky in our situation, and we were able to do a lot of creative things, thankfully. And I feel like we're just getting better, and next year is going to be a huge Here Are the Hans year, so please stay tuned.
Yeah. Something else we were excited to announce is we're getting merch.
Yay!
Woo! There's this website called Teespring.
Yeah.
It's teespring.com, where we are going to be selling just a few things here and there for Here Are the Hans, some of our infomercial products, which if you've seen one already, I'm sure you'll love to get into some of those. And we're just really excited to get our graphic design ideas out there to you guys too. Matt has really, gone above and beyond to even just start putting these ideas on paper or on products. And it's really been a huge, exciting leap for us. And we cannot wait for you to see it. And we cannot wait for you to go in there, purchase your pop sockets, your tote bags, your masks, because there are masks, which we're really excited about. But I'm just...
Clothes, t-shirts, sweatshirts.
Yeah. I'm just really impressed by him and all the work he's done for this whole thing. And just, we're so excited to share it with you guys. I need to get used to this, because I have hit it 3 times. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to wearing a microphone like this. Anyway, so yeah, Teespring. Once, is it up yet?
I believe it is. Over the course of the next week, we will be posting all this stuff on our platforms. So just keep an eye out. You guys will be able to see Patreon, Teespring. We have a ton of new videos coming out. Just this weekend alone, Jackie and I, Nate, and Kala, we shot about 3 videos. Yeah. We have 2 others that we're still shooting this week. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We're really hitting the ground running, and we want you guys to enjoy what you're seeing. So yeah.
And if you have any ideas or you have anything to say about our content, please comment on our videos. Comment at YouTube. Comment on Facebook. Comment on Instagram. Wherever you are watching. Here. Yes, comment here. Wherever you are watching, please give us feedback, because if we don't get feedback from you guys, we can't make better content. We can't give you what you want, and that's what our goal is. We want to give you what you want.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's it for our announcements.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. So, again, bear with us. This is the first time we're doing it this way. And again, since we are on all different platforms at this very moment, it's going to be hard for us to keep up with our comments. So if you guys are commenting, thank you so much. We will definitely take a look at them after. Yes. And hopefully next Tuesday we figure out an easier, better way to look at comments so we can address them as the live stream is going on.
Yes.
But we promise we will look at them as soon as it's over and get back to you guys on any concerns or anything you had to say about what we're talking about today.
Yeah, and I can kind of see the Instagram feed. I don't know, I mean, wherever you're watching, the Instagram is about 3 feet further back.
Right.
So I could see Connie said hi and someone else waved at us. I cannot see who it is, but we will definitely wave back at you once the feed is done. But here's a real wave in real life. But yeah, so on that note, do you want to get started?
Definitely.
Cool.
So we're here today to talk our favorite Christmas movies. We try our hardest to get through all of them every holiday season. I mean, I think we do a pretty good job.
Yeah, and what's funny is I think this is the first year that we started so early.
Yeah.
Because of Nate. Because
True.
It's been something that we're like, oh, okay, you know, we're going to go on with our Christmas marathon.
Yeah. We try
every
to watch
night or so, maybe every other night, we've tried to watch at least one film with him.
Right.
For parts of it anyway, or for most of it anyway. Yeah, and it's been really cool to, you know, it's, December 7th?
8th.
8th. It's December 8th.
I can't believe she
2020.
doesn't realize that because what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow Nathan is 10 months old. I can't. My mind is blown.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. Today is December 8th, 2020, and it's crazy. We've watched, 4 or 5 already? Christmas movies?
Yeah.
That
we
we
have.
normally,
And
rush and get into one night.
Right.
We usually do, a weekend?
something like that.
Yeah, so
well, we've been
crazy.
We've been getting together with friends of ours for the last couple of years and having like Christmas movie marathons.
Yeah.
And before that, we had a different group of friends. They now moved to Florida that we also used to get together with and have a Christmas movie marathon.
Oh, we'd have a
every year.
whole weekend.
Yeah.
We would make sure to go, the last 2 Saturdays before Christmas, or the last 2 weekends, whatever we could.
Right.
And we would just go there and watch, 3-4 movies at a time.
Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we won't be watching any Christmas movies with anyone personally, but we will be here at home. Maybe we'll do some live streams and videos of what we are watching.
Yeah.
But regardless, we're going to tell you which ones we like the most
Yes.
right now.
And just to clarify, some of my favorites may also be Matt's, so that's why I went off the beaten path and kind of chose other ones. Because yes, I really, really like the ones Matt has on his list, but I also really, really like mine. And I used my list to kind of separate myself from that, to kind of just be individual about it. But at the same time, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, oh, you know.
I mean,
so
I kind of,
to clarify,
I guess I
I'm
kind of
gonna
did the same
piggyback on
thing.
his.
Yeah. I guess I kind of did the same thing. I doubt that there's not some crossover here of movies that Jackie loves, I also love, but
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. It'll be great.
there are some that I
To each their own. We all have opinions.
don't. Anyway, ladies first.
Hi. So, my number... So we're doing 5 this time, because top 10 is too much.
And
5,
one honorable mention.
5 with one honorable mention. Great. So, my number 5 pick is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and it's great. I love that movie. I cry every time at the end where he gets the Scrabble game and she gets the whistle, and it's just everything about that movie makes me feel in the holiday spirit. And Tim Allen he was my childhood because, Home Improvement was on when I was a kid. So it really hits home with me, and I can relate to...
Hits Home Improvement.
Clever. But not that I can
It is a great
relate to
film.
the kid. It is.
It's also really dated. If you've watched it recently, whew,
Oh, yeah.
the CGI is horrendous.
The CGI is
The
terrible.
reindeer look absolutely terrible. But the movie itself, they do some cool practical effects
Yeah.
when they're not doing CGI.
So the reindeer, when they're flying, looks
Right.
bad. But when they're standing there...
They go back and forth.
Yeah, it depends.
Sometimes they use practical, puppetry, similar to something like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then there are some times where I guess the puppets couldn't do what they wanted them to do, so they, used a CGI reindeer, and it just
it
bad.
looks totally different. Which
Well,
back then it was 1994
Yeah.
when that movie came out.
Well, not only that, but
we're
we're watching things on 4K TVs, projectors, whatever you're watching it on. Like, you're gonna notice a lot of imperfections with older movies.
Yeah, especially because of the fact that we're used to new things now looking so good, like Avengers, and like CGI has just become so much better.
And it's
a
only
lot
going
of
to
things
keep getting better.
are only CGI, like The Mandalorian, for example. It is legit just
I guess
computer generated images
in a way
that they're walking through.
They
There's
do
some
a nice
practical,
mixture.
but
Speaking of Mando, we have some great things coming up about Mandalorian. If you guys are huge Star Wars fans, huge Mando fans, we've got
check
some
out next
stuff.
week. Check out next week. You have to start
and
right
we
now.
definitely will be talking the second season when it is over on Couple Chat.
Probably next week.
This is the way.
This is the way. I have spoken. So my number 5 pick, just to get back to that list, is The Santa Claus. And I cannot wait for when Nate's an older kid, like the same age as the kid in that movie.
Oh, for sure.
And like the joy he'll get
No.
out of discovering that Santa could be his dad. Like, yeah, obviously you're not gonna be, but it's just cool to see.
I'm getting there right now.
Oh my gosh, stop. It's just cool to see
Pandemic body.
that.
Which I can't even say. If anyone knows my half-brother, dude, props to him. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it right now. This kid, the transformation in 4 months?
4 months.
Insane. But anyway.
Yeah. But, yeah, I cannot wait for Nate to see it when he's older. Right now, he just kind of, he started doing this today.
We've been doing that for months. And on him, and he does it, he licks our hands, but now he started doing it today himself.
It's great. And he's clapping.
Yes.
At
everything.
Yeah.
If you were on TikTok earlier, Jackie posted some earlier behind the scenes of us getting everything ready, and Nate here clapping that our setup was so awesome because he's very excited too.
Yeah, go check that out too, because that was just an idea I came up with coming up the stairs. I was like, oh, TikTok idea. So go ahead and look at TikTok for that. But yeah, so my number 5 pick is The Santa Claus.
Cool.
On to you.
My number 5 pick is not at all what anyone's going to expect. It's a romantic comedy, but the cast is phenomenal.
So good.
Love Actually.
Yes.
Most people probably don't even realize that this is a Christmas movie or don't even really know that this movie exists, but
how?
It's
just so good.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
It's really good. That's fine. It's really good. Huge ensemble, and the actors are phenomenal. It takes place in the UK, so you have, this is before he passed, but you have Alan Rickman. Yeah, you have
Abraham. Or,
Andrew Lincoln. It's like one of his earlier roles.
Yeah.
Keira Knightley.
Emma
Thompson. The list goes on. I can't even name all the great British actors that are in this film, but there's some great young and some great older. Oh, Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
This is before he became...
Taken.
Oh, was it? I think it was maybe right before or around the same time, but he wasn't yelling at people on the phone and beating people up yet. This was when he was kind of a nice guy. And he's got such a heartwarming story within this movie. See, that's what's cool about this. There aren't a lot of ensemble films like this in the Christmas genre. And what I mean about ensemble is there are multiple stories taking place around the Christmas season in this film, and they're not necessarily related, but they're related by the celebration of the holidays. And it's a really fun, heartwarming film. Oh, Bill Nighy too is also in it, and he's awesome. He plays like an aging rock star, like an offshoot of Mick
Bill
Jagger. An offshoot of kind of like Mick Jagger, I guess they were going for. But really great film. I really recommend it. My number 5, Love Actually.
Yeah, that's actually a good pick. Okay, so I said I was going to do it, and I did it. My number 4 pick is The Nightmare Before Christmas, because it's a Halloween and a Christmas movie.
I say it's a Christmas movie, and I love it, and I watch it around Christmas.
Folks, we're going to do a poll, but say in the comments if you like Nightmare for Christmas or Halloween. Christmas or Halloween.
Or Crawloween.
I like it for both. Both. Anyway, so Nightmare Before Christmas is fantastic. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Really, really well done animation. Just the story is so great.
That's a movie that hasn't aged.
No, at all.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
Just like the 60s and 70s Christmas animated films.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these movies just don't age. Like, stop motion, claymation, any of that kind of stuff.
They're all great.
Yeah.
But, excuse me. But just everything about Nightmare Before Christmas just makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. And I love that movie. And that is definitely in my top 5. I would have rated it higher, but there's others that I really like too. So my number 4 pick is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Cool beans. So my number 4 pick is Jingle All the Way. I freaking love this movie. It is so cheesy, especially now. We've watched it since. It is so freaking cheesy.
Put the cookies down!
But Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, playing a role like that is just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And he does such a great job with it. I never thought he would. And I mean, I think it's so funny, too, that Jake Lloyd, so his career kind of ended short, but, you know, in this, like, 2-year span, you know, he was in this, and then he was in Star Wars and a bunch of other films, and, like, this kid was skyrocketing to be, like, the next Macaulay Culkin, and then, unfortunately, like, his career never took off. But I watched this movie, and to me, it's Anakin Skywalker is the Terminator's son.
Yes.
You know, like,
yes.
like, that's how I feel when I watch this movie.
Yeah.
And not only that, but, you know, Phil Hartman was such a great actor, and this movie allows me to see a performance of his, and it's just, he's hilarious in this movie, and he plays this just sleazy, perverted neighbor that, like, is trying so hard to get into Arnold's wife's pants, and it's just hilarious, all the stuff that they put him and Arnold through. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, but you have Sinbad.
Sinbad's amazing in this movie. It's hilarious.
He's like fell off the face of the earth, it feels like, but this movie always makes me remember, you know, what happened to Sinbad? You know, like,
I think that's what happens for everybody when they look at the movie.
Well, Arnold's
still in the spotlight. Oh, I know.
But yeah, I love the film. It really is cheesy now, and I could see why it has such a terrible Rotten Tomatoes score. But it's just
so good.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a
fun,
reminder of the
and
holidays.
it's dumb.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then you get that awesome twist at the end where he becomes like.
But you know, it's
idol.
funny because
it's cool.
It's funny because he has no arc. Arnold doesn't learn anything in this movie.
No.
Like, even at the end, they make a joke in a post-credit scene where he forgot to get his wife something.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that, like, this movie is like, you think it's a Christmas movie, they're going to teach you a lesson. Well, they don't. They don't. And I think that's also hilarious and truthful. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody changes. Nobody changes like that so quickly because of the holidays.
24 hours.
Yeah. It's hilarious that they kept, you know, like, he has no arc.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my number 4, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. So I just wanted to mention it again. We are doing this live, but we are not able to see comments. So if you're commenting during the video, don't think that we're ignoring you. We apologize, but we cannot see the comment stream. But we will answer you at the end of the video. We appreciate you watching. Please keep watching. And I do see on Instagram, I think it's Connie again. I can't see what you're saying, but I will definitely comment after. Thank you again. We really, really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching till the end of the video.
We will figure out a better way to look at comments throughout the stream next time.
We will. This is all learning curve, and we will get there. We promise. Cool. So that was Matt's number 4. My number 3 pick is something that Matt can't stand. And
Oh,
I
great.
just
I know
can't get
exactly
through the
what it is.
holidays without watching.
She already watched it, thank goodness.
I did not.
Then I don't know what she's talking about.
What do you think I already watched?
Alright, go.
Anyway, I love Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I thought you watched it already.
I have not watched it yet.
Alright, well, I gotta go out
Not
one
yet.
night.
Not this season yet.
I gotta go out. one night.
I just...
Just let me know.
Not for milk and
Let me
cigarettes,
know.
okay? I just love that movie. The music, the jokes.
I have a great memory of it. Like, my mom and I think with friends, like, she was a friend with the mom and a kid. We all went to see it in theaters.
Sure.
And, when I was 9, I thought it was great. But now I just don't like it.
I love it. I think Jim Carrey is a genius.
Well, he is, but that doesn't mean Grinch is the reason why.
I'm not saying Grinch is the reason why. I just think it's hilarious because it's Jim Carrey playing the Grinch, and he's just... I don't think he can do much wrong, if at all, anything, when it comes to comedy.
It's not his fault anyway.
I
mean,
a lot of
took
it's
the
improv.
role, but
A lot of it's improv. A lot of it's him.
the most annoying thing is Jackie makes fun of me because every once in a while I will quote it,
He will.
and it's just because it's embedded.
Yes, but that's what's the most frustrating part. I like this movie, and every holiday season I have to fight him tooth and nail to even be able to watch it. And he's
I just don't want to watch it with her.
Yeah, but he'll quote it all year round. He'll literally quote it in the
You're
middle
an
of July.
idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, maybe I'll give it another shot.
He better. I mean,
It's like The Principal, I hate remakes and I hate reboots. I hate all that.
I get that.
So, I guess I can't fathom liking the movie because of that reason.
The original is a classic, and it's beautiful in its own right. But it's just like Christmas songs. You're telling me that you don't like a new age version of a Christmas song because the old one's the original?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I really, 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 really like that movie.
But she didn't put the original on her list, did she?
I didn't because I
Did
put
she?
the remake.
Exactly.
And I like the remake better. But the original's great. Anyway, so that's my number 3 pick is Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Jim Carrey, the guy who directed and created the movie, doesn't even get credit.
He didn't. I don't know if he wanted it. But
She doesn't
he
even
gets
know
the
who
credit
it
of
is.
Director
She doesn't even know who it is.
Ron Howard.
Anyway,
Excuse me. But that's my number 3. On to Matt.
so my number 3 is directed by somebody that Jackie should know and love because he brought the Harry Potter series to more fans by making it a live action film. It's... Wow, she knows his name.
I did know his name. Christopher Columbus.
Well-
Directed what?
Home Alone. Yes. Home Alone's my number 3. Chris Columbus did a great job, obviously. This is probably one of the movies that, shot him into the stratosphere to be able to keep making kids' movies and then eventually Harry Potter. But I said this last week when we did the music. John Williams blows it out of the water. The music in Home Alone is phenomenal. Macaulay Culkin, I'm so glad that he's getting on a better path in his life now. But, I mean, this kid was so good when he was younger. And, we all wanted to be him. Mm-hmm. As much of a little brat he was, we wanted to be him. Some of us were him. Just being able to be home alone, eat Kraft mac and cheese, watch movies that you shouldn't, pizza, ice cream. The movie is just a joy for a kid, and then you have just so much nostalgia watching it as an adult. I love the movie. We haven't watched it with Nate yet. I'm very excited to, even though he isn't going to understand right now. But yeah, Home Alone is just a fantastic film. I like the second one as well, but the first one is just way too good. Mm-hmm. The second one rehashes a little too much, but the first one is just so unique. Yeah. Still is, and holds up. Everything in that movie holds up. There's not really anything that would be dated.
The only thing that's dated is the payphone.
Yeah, there's a lot of technology in the film that's dated.
Yeah, the payphone part definitely though.
I mean,
like how she has to hang up on the French lady.
I mean, if you also think about it, it is kind of dated in the plot because if they left him behind, she could have just texted him or called him.
That or hey, you have an extra ticket here. I don't know why the stewardess doesn't realize that. Like
they throw it away. It gets thrown away at the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
That's what's so great in this movie is
in the soda.
Everything happens perfectly set up to make him get missed.
Right.
It's really well done. You have to look at all the like little Easter eggs throughout the beginning of the movie that set up him being home alone. Mm-hmm. And roll credits for any of you CinemaSins fans.
But what I love, and again, like I said, I love his list just as much as I love my own. What I love about Home Alone is I'm one of 5 kids.
Right.
Hi to any of you who's watching. Probably not.
I only had to deal with 2, but I'm also the youngest, so.
Well, that and you didn't really have them around as you got older. No, I grew up with 4 of us, 1 bathroom with all 7 of us. And
I don't know how they did that.
It was crazy.
There were 5 of us, including my parents, and we had 3 bathrooms.
Exactly.
So that was awesome.
So when I saw Home Alone, I was like, that's a dream come true. No one being here, me being able to use the bathroom whenever I wanted, being able to sit in there reading a book for 3 hours and no one banging on the door for me to get out.
You could just sit on the couch. There's no one there.
No, there was no privacy.
But I'm saying like if you were home alone.
Right. Oh, true.
Jackie would still be in the bathroom.
No.
She'd have the mac and cheese and the book.
Ew, no. I do not eat in bathrooms. But, I mean, yeah, I guess that would make sense to sit on the couch and read a book, duh. But I wouldn't be bothered, you know? Like, it was just one of those things where, like, we were in such close quarters, all of us on top of each other, and, like, whenever you had a moment of silence, it was great. So, yes.
The movie does a great job portraying that, too. Yeah. Portraying a big family. Mm-hmm. And they have a huge house.
Yeah.
Not, Jackie...
Nothing close to what I had as a kid.
Right. And I mean, they were still on top of each other.
Yeah. That, and they had the whole other families there, the cousins or whatever. And my cousins are always over. Hi, cousins, if you're watching. But my cousins are always over for Christmas Day. So Christmas Day just gets crazy, and that's what I imagine happening during Home Alone, like chaos, just like everyone running into each other. Like I see it every holiday. Yeah. So I think me as a kid was like, yeah, Home Alone, I want to do it. Let's go. Never happened, of course, but yeah, I love that movie too. Good job. Good pick.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Home Alone, that was my number 3.
That's Matt's number 3, not mine. Cool. So again, I just wanted to reiterate, whoever's commenting or liking the video or waving, we cannot see your comments just because of how our setup is right now. We will fix that for next time. We're going to try and troubleshoot that so we can actually interact with you more so than we already have in the past, and obviously then this time because we cannot see you. But we will comment later, and we will like everything. Make sure to subscribe and follow. We have some exciting stuff coming out for the rest of the year. Anyway, back to the top 5 Christmas movie list of Christmas Spectacular number 2. My number 2 movie is Jingle All the Way.
Because it's a great freaking movie.
It's a great freaking movie. I'm sorry. It just reminds me of when I was a kid. Like, okay.
What are you trying to say about your dad, Jackie?
It had nothing to do with my dad. No, the shopping part of it. Not the dad part.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jingle All the Way came out at a perfect time in our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were Jake Lloyd's age.
Right, exactly. It was, they really knew how to get their audience in there for that. But what I loved about, like, that movie was when we were kids, Thanksgiving, we would sit at the table after dinner and we would spread out all the circulars and we would circle what we wanted and then we'd write it on the list to Santa, and then that night we'd get tucked in bed and Mom would go to the store standing online for 4 hours and go and buy those things. And that's just what I imagine, like every all these crazy adults and what they do to get the toy that they want for their kid, or you know, the kid doesn't know the troubles you go through to get the crap. They don't care how you get it. They don't care if you get it delivered by Amazon or go and wait on a line for 4 hours. I mean, they appreciate the gift for a moment or two, but they just don't see what goes into it. So me being a kid going through the circulars and doing all this stuff, I didn't think about it. But as an adult, I'm like, wow, would we do that? Could I do that? Like,
Amazon.
I mean, I wouldn't wait that
Amazon.
long. I would pre-order something, or I would make sure I was on a waiting list if it was out of stock. Like, I wouldn't be Arnold Schwarzenegger's character at all.
But I forgot to go to the store and get the toy that what's the kid's name?
Jamie.
Get the toy. Jamie wants a toy. Put the cookie down. Like,
oh god,
such a good movie.
It is. It's so good. But yeah, I don't know. I like that movie a lot, and that is my number 2 pick.
Now I feel like we have to do like a Terminator or like an Arnold Schwarzenegger skit in our next Cure of the Hans episode.
We'll figure it out. We always do.
All right, so my number 2 pick is one of my all-time favorite movies, probably. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
So good. I knew he was going to pick it, so I didn't put it there. So good.
I mean, I personally feel like I come from a very dysfunctional family. We all love each other, but we're pretty dysfunctional. So for me, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the epitome of how I feel during the holidays. I mean, especially like looking back at older holidays, but it's just everything like that you could think of goes wrong in this movie, and it's just hilarious. Like, my dad wasn't Chevy Chase, but my stepdad could be. Love you, Mike, but let's be real here. Like, I could see my stepdad being in every single one of the situations that Chevy Chase puts himself in, and that's the funny part is Mike would put himself in the situation. He wouldn't just ironically get there; he would put himself in it, and
Unbeknownst to him.
Yeah, and not realize he put himself in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just Chevy Chase sells that movie. It's so good. He's so great throughout all the National Lampoon's Vacation films. The later ones aren't so great, but yeah, I mean, if you watch Vacation and then Christmas Vacation, it's a great time. And you know, there aren't a lot of Christmas movies that do that either. You know, where family, you watch the movie with them, they're hilarious. The Griswolds are just, you know, a family that's part of culture now. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's make a Christmas movie with the Griswolds. It was a perfect idea. And like, you know, back in 89, I think when it came out, like, this was never done, you know? And I mean, maybe now they made sequels to the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, but, you know, I mean, they're not that great. I wasn't really a fan of them. But this movie is kind of like a sequel to Vacation, and that's what's cool about it. You could watch Vacation any time of year, whenever you want, and love the movie, and then you always know you're going to see that family again in Christmas time. And it's cool, because you have the ability to watch a family in, you know, their summer vacation, and then their Christmas time. You don't see a lot of that. Unless it's a TV show or something like that, but you don't see a lot of that in movies. You know, it's not like Captain America is like, okay, guys, let's put up a wreath and hand out some presents to half of you because the other half's gone. But they're back now. Anyway, so my number 2 is Christmas Vacation.
Great. Anyway. So my honorable mentions, because we're here now, we're close to the end of the list.
Honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions, because there's multiples.
I mean, I could too. I could just rattle them all off.
Stop it. No, what I'm saying is, it's the whole claymation series.
Oh, gotcha.
So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all of those old time. They're not that old, but I guess they are in retrospect.
They're pretty old now.
Yeah, they're what, 7 years?
I mean, there are parents age. No, what?
60 years old.
They came out in the 60s and 70s.
So they're almost 60 years old, these movies. And they're great. Like Matt said before, they're timeless. They're perfect. My favorite one of them is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
My favorite Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
They're all great. But,
they are.
But Rudolph is my favorite because I like the Island of Misfit Toys.
That's Jackie. She's a misfit toy.
I'm a misfit. Definitely. But that's my honorable mention.
Anyway, my honorable mention, I struggled with putting it number 5, but I put Love Actually because of the ensemble cast. And this is also something that's been done time and time again. I just like this version the best, but my honorable mention is Scrooged.
That's good too.
Yeah, I love it because, I mean, Bill Murray's just fantastic, you know, and him being in a Christmas movie is great. And not only that, but him playing a Scrooge-type character in a version of A Christmas Carol is also great. You know, it reminds me of when Baz Luhrmann did Romeo and Juliet. It's a modern day Christmas Carol, takes place in New York City. Who couldn't ask for more? New York in Christmas time is fantastic as it is, and now you're injecting Bill Murray into it and A Christmas Carol, and it's a fun time. It's a really great movie. So that's my honorable mention.
Cool.
Number 1!
So if you're still here, you've made it to almost the end. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Again, just last time I'm going to say it. I want to make sure you all know we aren't able to comment back only because of our new setup. We will figure that out next time. We are so sorry that we didn't get to comment back and forth in real time like we like to. But we will after the fact. So please, if you'd like to stick around or join us on Instagram, because we are still live there, and we're definitely going to answer those comments live on Instagram. So, hey, check us back out over there once we're done here. Yeah?
And on top of that, just to reiterate some of the announcements we made earlier in the video, we are going on Patreon. It's up right now, but we don't have the tiers set up, so we will post immediately when that is ready to go. Yeah. We encourage you all to join us there. We'd really appreciate it so that we can keep making content for you guys and give you exclusive content as well, while being able to progress in this crazy world we live in. Patreon is going to be a big help. And then on top of that, we have Teespring selling merch. So look for t-shirts, cups, tote bags, anything that you could desire, masks with our names on it, or faces, or something. And and it helps support us. So
yeah,
thank you.
And Teespring is spelled T-E-E spring, like a water spring.
Right.
Not just the letter T. So if you search it or if you Google it, just make sure it's teespring.com.
And we will be posting that as well.
Yeah.
I believe it is live right now. You might be able to go on there and buy stuff, but I'm not sure if it's easy to get to the link, so we will link it eventually. Definitely within the next week, because we'd like to make sure you guys get some stuff before Christmas, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, we hope so.
But
that'd
at least
be cool.
Near it.
Yeah. It's a perfect Christmas, holiday, New Year gift.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So our number 1 picks. Jackie.
My number 1 pick is Elf. I love that movie. Will Ferrell is hilarious. Yeah. Zooey Deschanel is gorgeous
Fell
and
in love
hilarious.
With her in this movie.
Yes. And her voice and just everything about the movie is very... gives you shivers, you know? It makes you think...
Shimmer me timbers. Shiver me timbers?
Shimmer?
Shiver me timbers.
You said shimmer? Oh my gosh. Anyway. But yeah, it gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, because it's like... It's kind of like when Tinkerbell has no more fairy dust and everyone has to yell, "I believe in fairies," in the Peter Pan show.
Gotcha.
And you're like amping Tinkerbell up. That's what it is like for me at the end of this. You're amping up Santa. You're amping up the holiday spirit and how it's supposed to be like this time of year, and just like that joy and that happiness and just the memories of being a child and everything that came with it, and the good that people can do around this time of year. And I really love that. And Will Ferrell's character, Buddy, is just so simple and happy and just like a child that it brings you back. And it's really cool to be able to watch. And the jokes are hilarious. The writing's actually pretty decent. Jon Favreau did a great job, bro.
Jon Favreau.
Did you hear me?
Great job, bro. Jon Favreau did a great job, bro. There you go. That's going on a shirt, guys.
Yeah.
That's going on a shirt. Just Jackie, like, and it's a mean. Jon Favreau did a great job, bro.
Great job, bro.
Honestly, I'm down for that because Jon Favreau made an amazing Christmas movie, started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and
Making Mando.
Like, him and Dave Filoni together are a dream team for Star Wars.
So we're going to marry Jon Favreau, right?
I don't know how we do that, but okay.
We'll do it. We love him. He's great.
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of them to go around.
Anyway.
I love you, Jon Favreau, and you're never going to watch this, so I said it.
But we love you. That's why he said it. But yeah, Jon Favreau did a great job. Because, okay, so my honorable mention, right, is the claymation movies. Jon Favreau did an amazing job in reflecting Rudolph.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah. And just like everything connects so well. And those two movies side by side. I literally want to do that. I don't think we've done that. But I want to play them side by side and see like each moment and see what connects and what, it's just...
Well, there's references and Easter eggs, but it's nothing that's like... They don't do, like, a scene from those movies.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the part where he puts the star on the top of the tree, like the abominable snowman.
Yeah, sure. I didn't think about
and,
that.
When he's a misfit and he's not making enough toys. And just, like, those moments here and there. Like, I want to make those connections, Like,
not only that, but the picture book at the end, in the credits, probably is reminiscent of the Frosty the Snowman animated movie.
Very similar.
Sorry, folks.
I'm like regurgitating. Jackie's
gross.
Jackie's yawning.
Sorry.
It's boring, guys.
No. But yeah, my number one pick is definitely Elf. If you haven't seen it, I don't know how, but please check it out. It's got to be somewhere.
Everybody's seen it.
Will Ferrell is hilarious.
Yeah.
And Zooey Deschanel is great.
I mean, great.
That too.
And yeah, so if you thought Baby It's Cold Outside was creepy already, it's even creepier in Elf.
Don't think about that part. Just.
Oh, I love that part. Not because Zooey Deschanel's in a shower.
She's not really showering.
Anyway, my number one pick couldn't be more opposite of the spectrum from Elf. Die
Hard. I knew it was Die Hard. It had to be.
Everybody should know it's Die Hard because Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie that's ever been made. And if you people don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, you shouldn't be watching Couple Chat. No, please watch Couple Chat.
Please watch.
Please watch everything we do. We love you guys. Maybe there'll be an episode of Couple Chat an episode of Hero of the Hans next year because we're not doing it this year. Don't have the time. About me trying to convince people that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. But I'm going to try and convince you right now. Because it is.
That's it. That's the only reason. Because it is.
No, I mean, one of the great things about Die Hard that I guess a lot of people that don't like it or don't watch it overlook is these characters are brought together. These characters are brought together by this holiday. And it by the end of it, John and his wife, they have an understanding. They feel better about their relationship. He saved the day while she also did. Like, together they made a difference and they went home and had a great Christmas together. You don't see it, but they did. That they were happy with their family, with their kids. This moment needed to happen for them so that they could have happiness. And
he just needed to kill a terrorist group.
Whoa.
In order for her to love him
Nobody
again
said they were terrorists.
for a moment.
I just want to say that my Christmas list was bookended by Alan Rickman Christmas movies.
And we love Alan Rickman.
Yeah, definitely.
I cannot wait for his stories to come out.
Stories?
Have you seen that?
No.
He had, like, diaries, and they're releasing them, like 26 short stories or something like that.
That's cool.
It's his personal diaries that his wife allowed to be released.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So excited for that.
I think that for myself, if I ever die young, or I die, and Jackie's still around, I would like you to release some of my content that I never got to.
I'm glad you're making a virtual will right now on the internet.
I've thought about it. Anyway, back to Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard's great. It's so funny because I never thought of it. I didn't even think about it before I started dating him. And then every Christmas since we've been together, this will be our 13th, we've watched Die Hard. It's just a thing.
Maybe not the first one.
Maybe the second. But, we have...
Because our first Christmas, we were just started dating.
We were disjointed in the beginning. We weren't living together or anything.
Right.
So we didn't have as much influence.
Free will?
No, we didn't have as much influence over each other on what we were going to watch or do or see or whatever.
True.
But it's so funny because when he first showed me, he had to convince me, no, Jackie, this is a Christmas movie. You gotta watch it. And then in the end, he was like, what'd you think? Christmas movie, right? Yes, dear, it's a Christmas movie.
I do not know what just happened, guys.
No. I don't either.
Give me 2 seconds to figure it out.
Did that die?
No, it's well, you can still hear us. So there we are. My apologies.
Hi.
I don't know if what happened there. Again, this is the first time we're doing this like this, so we apologize. We were so close to being done too.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Shucks.
Anyway, so yeah, Die Hard.
But yeah, the first time he showed me, he was like, definitely a Christmas movie, right? What is going on?
I don't know.
Anyway.
We'll figure it out though. But guys,
join us on Instagram if you want to,
yes, we're still over there.
check up with us on the comments that you guys did. But yes, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Matt will convince you next year, we promise.
Yeah. But anyway, everybody who's still listening, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope that you join our Patreon, buy some merch on Teespring, and continue to subscribe, like, and comment on Here Are the Hans, because we've got lots of cool and fun stuff coming.
Yeah. Can't wait, guys. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie. This is Nate.
And
And
you can't see.
Calla somewhere. Oh,
Cal
there she
actually showed up just now, of course. Oh, she's on my lap. Oh my god, she's running all over.
She's definitely
She's not.
not.
Instagram people can see. Damn. Anyway, here are the Hans signing out.